Hi traders, good morning. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. My name is Chris from LA Currency. And before we take a look at the markets, wanted to let you know that SWAT 2.0 is finally finished. We got 74 videos and 22 plus hours of recording new SWAT indicators and strategies as well, all included in that 2.0. It's going to be launched and announced very soon. All right, regarding the euro dollar, well, a lot of indecision here. We had a lot of roller coaster rides, of course, here with the euro dollar. In 2020, and we saw price falling, rising, falling, rising, falling, rising. Now it's kind of slowing down and not breaking any highs or lows or bottoms or tops at the moment. And we see a little bit of indecision with two dojis in a row. So volatility, slowing down here. Something we saw in 2019 a lot, but not so much in 2020 as yet. So what's next? Well, I think that basically what I said on Monday is still valid. I think at this moment we've got to have a breakout really before we can say anything at this moment. I mean, technically, the downtrend is still visible because of the fact that the 21 is now below 144 and has remained more or less below that 144 since mid-March here. So technically still in a downtrend, but no volatility. And we're not seeing really that much of a break here to the downside. So at this moment, this fib is actually still valid, funny enough. We didn't get a break below it. So the 78.6 fib still holding with a triple bottom at the moment. And what I mentioned actually was that this could be a wave 1 up and a wave 2 and up for wave 3. That still could be possible. Now that started to become less likely yesterday a bit because of the fact that price was not able to break above the 21 EMA, right? So, and it started to move lower. So it didn't look that good, but we got another bounce, a triple bounce here at the 78. And now things look different with this triple bounce and the volatility of the upside here and that 4-hour candle reaching 108.80. I think there's a fair chance that price will now be able to break above the 21 EMA and maybe start that rally up. And maybe we'll see that wave 1 too. So it's difficult to say. It remains a tough kind of environment, but this could be an A, this could be wave B, and all of this could be maybe part of a wave C. That said, of course, if it breaks through the 78.6 fib, this triple bottom, and it starts to break through this bottom here at 107.68, of course, well then things are changing and it looks bearish, of course, obviously, because we have a lot of momentum to the downside here, as you can see. So in that case, it looks more like a descending wedge chart pattern. Then I would personally be looking for a break, a flag on the hourly chart, and a continuation like that for a follow through to the downside. Okay. Now for upside, I still think that we need to see some good momentum above 109, to be honest, not only the 21 EMA. So some momentum like that, a little correction and continuation will be fine, I think, for this kind of long setups for counter trend moves up to 110.50 and even up to the 61.8 fib, I think, here at 111.60. All right, regarding the pound dollar, I was talking about the importance of 125 for an upside or 124 for a downside, and that's what we got, the downside break. We had basically a bounce here, and we had kind of a triangle pattern like this, and price broke through the triangle, the support of the triangle. As you can see, we had 1, 2, 3 hits to break out here, indicating that the downside is going to be more likely, and then we had an actual push below 123.80, 124. Break, pullback, continuation, and a nice fall all the way down to 122.50. The 78.6 fib, and it was 7. Pretty neat bounce. It was 7, as you can see, and of course the round psychological level as well. So we're seeing a little bit of a rebound after that. So good move to the downside here for about 150 pips. So what next? Well, we saw, I think, there's a decent chance that this is a 5-wave pattern that's been completed. So I think we can see an ABC pattern back. So we saw some ABC already. Let's put a fib from here to here. And I'm not sure if this ABC is all of it. Let me say it this way. This could be a W up for X and then down again. I think that's probably the most likely. And key levels now, I think, are actually the head and shoulders level here. Let me mark that. Like that. Here we go. So left shoulder, head, and right shoulder around 124.75, as you can see. So there could be some space to the upside, but eventually I would expect price to bounce there and extend its correction down to the 38.2 fib at 121.88, 121.75, or maybe even the 50 fib close to 120 as well. All right, let's take a look at the daily. Pretty bearish candle, piercing through the 21 EMA zone. That could create some kind of bounce. But if we look at the hourly chart, the question is if the ABC correction is finished. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern here, then the ABC, and we could be looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4. So this could be all part of a wave 4 as well, and the wave C, of the ABC might not be completed yet. So it might not even go up that high. Let's put the fib from here to here. All right. So price could also easily respect the 38 or 50 fib if this is a wave 4. So if it respects those fibs and then re-breaks below the 21 EMA, I think we're looking at an immediate wave 5 of C, and that should go down to probably 121.80. Let's go back to that bigger picture and put the fib from here to here. And yeah, it should go down to the 38.2 fib in my opinion at least. Which is also at 121.80, 121.75. So that would be the main level. If it does make a wave 4 and bounces 38.2 fib with 7 and the minus 272 target would be the main level to think about for the moment to complete that wave C at 121.75. Of course, it could extend, who knows, maybe even down to 120, but depends on what kind of momentum and volatility we see in this downside. Now, if it breaks above the 50 fib, then of course things change. Then it's probably not a wave 4. And if it breaks above the 50 fib here, I would look for a pullback and a bounce at the 21 EMA for a move up to 124.75. And there could be, in my view, a long setup from here to up to here on the 1 hour chart if there is a break, pullback, and continuation up to that head and shoulders level. All right. So that's my 2 cents. Hope it helps in some way. And yeah, if you're interested in SWAT 2.0, of course, feel free to check that out. And wish you all good trading. Cheers. Bye-bye.